What is up, YouTube? It's your boy V Walk. It's your boy V Walk 71. Replaced a with a 4, and I have my WWE HE Double Hockey Stakes in a sale 2014 pay-per-view review. Now I'm not saying the other word because I'll probably get in trouble if any like adults see this, because they be like, oh, you're not supposed to be cursing like 14. I'm like, whatever. But anyway, probably one of the best pay-per-views tonight. Best match, honestly, was Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. To start with like we usually do, which is the pre-show. Now we had two things. It was actually, instead of a 30-minute pre-show, it was actually a whole 1 hour pre-show. So we had the Miz we had the Renee Young, Booker T, what's his face, Alex Riley and Paul Heyman talked about all the important matches of the night. We had Miz Dow TV, which was boring. I wasn't paying attention to it. I was actually, just looking around, to be honest. And then we had our match, Bo Dallas versus Mark Henry, which wasn't a special match at all. It was actually garbage, but I digress. It was a terrible match. I mean, even though Mark Henry won, why did they do that to Mark Henry? Because, it's Mark Henry. But anyway, let's start with the first match of the night, the show opener, which was Cesaro versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match. What a match, okay? This is a good match. This was the perfect match, to open up the show, to get everybody up for the show. Now, Dolph Ziggler got the first pinfall in this match the winner of this match is Dolph Ziggler. He retained his Intercontinental Championship, but how it happened, Dolph Ziggler got the first pinfall randomly, I guess. I had looked away for a minute, and they say he got the first pinfall, but then the second pinfall, Cesaro got it with an uppercut, and then Dolph Ziggler got the second one with that very perfect, the sequence of the ending was excellent. It was awesome. He went from going to a neutralizer to Dolph Ziggler pulling Cesaro's arm down to a super kick right into a zigzag for the win, and it was executed so perfect. Kudos to both men in this match. They did incredible. I knew they were gonna do great because it's Cesaro and Dolph Ziggler. They always do great in most of their matches, and plus it was a championship match. So kudos to both of them, and let's see what this rivalry continue. If it will continue, would this be like the last, match of this rivalry? But the next match, which was Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella, and the stipulations of this match is crazy, but I'm gonna have to say it's long. They said basically the loser of the match will have to become the winner's assistants for 30 days, and if they don't want to become the assistant for the 30 days, they have to quit. Now, whoever is the creative, whoever comes up with the WWE's creatives information, whoever does that, they need to be fired, because what type of stipulation? That's a stupid stipulation. It could have been Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella, or Brie Bella versus Nikki Bella, for the winner gets a Divas title shot. So at least you can have a Divas title shot at Survivor Series or something. Okay, I get that it's for the storyline, but that makes no sense. I mean, come on, and plus the match was actually made. I was watching SmackDown. It was actually made on Friday Night SmackDown, so it was made about 3 days ago, which was on Friday. So it's not like they, been made this up. But that's very disappointing. Could have been just a Divas match, and then whatever happened. It's kind of stupid, in my opinion. To be honest, it was really stupid. But anyway, the next match we had, which was the WWE Tag Team Championship rematch from Night of Champions. We had Gold and Stardust taking on the Usos. The winner is the Gold and Stardust retaining, but this match was another incredible match. Now, last time they had a match, it was a decent match. It was like a match you could have on Monday Night Raw, but this is pay-per-view quality, in my opinion. It's pay-per-view quality. Oh, I forgot to say, between the Nikki and Brie match, I'm not about to talk about it because it wasn't that special. Nikki won, so Brie's gonna have to be the assistant. I forgot to mention that. I really didn't care about this match too much. I really didn't care. But anyway, going back to the match, incredible. We got super kicks. We had the beginning of the match, Cold Gold and Stardust were very aggressive. They were more aggressive. Now, back when Stardust was Cody Rhodes and they were Cody Rhodes and Goldust were champions. If they were to fall like that, they probably would have been champions a longer time because that was a very aggressive version. I know that they're heels, and I know heels are like more aggressive than faces and everything, but I'm saying they could have been a very aggressive faces and a good tag team because that was some crazy stuff. But the super kicks was nice. I actually liked the sequence that they did, which was the superplex off the top rope from Jimmy and Jey Uso, but somehow Cody Rhodes, aka Stardust, no-sold it because right after that, he I forgot whichever Uso had hit the splash on Goldust, and Cody Rhodes. I'm just gonna call him Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came in, boom, had hit him just like that after being like that. So he actually just no-sold getting suplex off of a top rope. And the ending was actually they were all four of them was in the ring and they were about to go up for what was it? It was about to do something, and I know exactly. He was about to whichever Uso was about to go for a Samoan drop, but Stardust had hit him in the leg, and then Goldust hit the final cut for the win. And honestly, good match. I actually thought that the Usos should have won this match, but actually Gold and Stardust winning this match is not a bad idea. To be honest, it's not a bad idea. And actually, the crazy thing about it is these are like the only two tag teams that actually make sense in the WWE, because the rest of them are either made up or they don't make sense. And honestly, these two tag teams are basically the tag team division because, Los Matadores, they're not winning the championship anytime soon unless they go back to being Epico and Primo, which they're not. They're not going to win their titles anytime soon. Slater Gator's not going to win. Big Show and Mark Henry not going to win. So to be honest, and maybe the Wyatt family, they might win it. That'd be a perfect time for them to win is off of Gold and Stardust, but I hope that happens. But the next match on the card, we had our first HE double hockey sticks in a cell match between John Cena and Randy Orton. Winner faces the WWE World Heavyweight Champion Brock Lesnar in the future. What a match, guys! What a match! Let's clap it up for both Cena and both Cena and Randy Orton. They actually did great. They did awesome. I can't hate on them. It was crazy match. The winner already. My boy John Cena got the victory, and he's gonna be facing Brock Lesnar. To have that third and final match between Brock Lesnar and John Cena in that rivalry, because usually a good rivalry has about 3 matches. Either the face wins first or the heel wins first, and the face wins, and then the winner is, up to WWE creative team, which is probably going to be the face if you wanted to go with a face rivalry. Or you can go with a heel rivalry and have the face win first, then the heel win, then probably the heel win again, or have the heel win, then the face, then the heel. You know how that goes. But incredible match. We seen table spots. It's like a good cell match. It was good. I actually thought that they was gonna just basically fight in the ring, but they actually took it outside. People was getting thrown into the cage. Actually, it was a spot right where Randy Orton literally had, Cena's legs were already open, and he just like rammed him into the with his legs open, in between his legs, and his whole crotch area got rammed into the ring post. My goodness, that was crazy. And then after that, Randy Orton hit the neck back breaker, that move where he, and that was crazy spot. Another one was when Cena actually got thrown into a table in the corner. And another spot was actually the best, probably one of the best parts of the match is when Cena was about to go up for an attitude adjustment, and right when he was about to, Randy Orton reversed it into an RKO in the motion of an attitude adjustment, which was crazy. Even though we already seen it, we haven't seen it in a while, so that was crazy. But the ending of this match was John Cena hitting an attitude adjustment off of the top rope into a table, and John Cena got the victory, and now he's going to be facing Brock Lesnar probably one more time for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, probably at the Royal Rumble. It's probably going to be a Royal Rumble, I think so, because Rumor has it, but I think it's true because it's always happened. Brock Lesnar is not going to be returning to like January of next year, so we won't be seeing the WWE World Heavyweight Championship till like 2015. So they're either going to probably face I don't think they're going to hold their whole matchup all the way into WrestleMania. Probably going to have Cena win, then have somebody win the Royal Rumble and his feud with Cena at WrestleMania 31 for that title. Maybe Daniel Bryan. Maybe they can have their rematch, have Daniel Bryan win the title, and have him have his that WWE World Heavyweight Championship title reign that he can enjoy, because it's been a disaster since he won. He basically got buried by Kane. He got injured, and he hasn't been able to wrestle ever since. Like, he's coming back soon. I hope he comes back by the Royal Rumble, wins it, and faces John Cena at WrestleMania 31. That'd be perfect. I'm predicting it now. But the next match on the card, we have Sheamus versus The Miz, or The Miz versus Sheamus. But I think it was in between this or the Divas match. It was a segment between Nikki and Brie Bella, and what happened was how it started already. She was like, it was funny. It was crazy because she was putting her bags and she said, "Did you get my smoothie?" She was like, yeah. It was between Nikki and Brie Bella. She's like, "Did you get my smoothie?" She said, "Yeah." "Did you put all the extra stuff in or whatever?" She said, "Yeah." Then she just took the smoothie, right? And she just poured it all over. And then she said, "That was for you. Like, go make me another one." I was like, yo, that's crazy, yo. That's crazy. She's gonna get so much heat for that, from little kids and stuff. But anyway, that's irrelevant to this match. Now, this match was, all right. I don't really care for either of these wrestlers because they're starting to get really boring. The person that really made this match was Damien Mizdow, aka Damien Sandow. He made the match because everything the Miz did, he ended up doing. Even when the Miz got hit with a move, he would do act like he got hit. He was getting chants from the crowd. Damien Mizdow is over as I don't know what. Book it. The Miz versus Damien Mizdow, WrestleMania 31. Just saying. Main event. Just saying. But anyway, the match was crazy. Even though, Sheamus was going to win, which we all predicted, because there's no point of the Miz even winning another championship. Because last review, he was in the Intercontinental title. Now he's in the United States title. Him and Mizdow should form a tag team and, go for a tag team title reign or something like that. But, yeah, they should do that. They should really do that. But anyway, after the match, Sheamus started, after the Miz lost, he was on the ground, and Damien Sandow laid next to him as if he lost too. That's his gimmick or whatever. Is to be the stun double of the year. So what happened? He starts to pull his hand up, and Damien Sandow did exactly simultaneous at the same time. Then he started to pick him up and start doing the YMCA chant, and then he broke kicked the Miz again. And then the ending of the match was that the Miz got bro kicked off the top rope, trying to do something stupid. He got bro kicked and he lost. Then he bro kicked the Miz again. Then Mizdow fell on the floor. Sheamus walked out. The match wasn't that special. This is probably the match that I didn't like, to be honest. That match was it was alright. I mean, it's just, to be honest, it was just a placeholder between the cell match between Cena and Orton, and then another big match, which was Big Show versus Russo. So I think that was just a match to put in between, so that they're not trying to push all the matches out. So that was the match just to put in between, to be honest. I think that's what it was, just a placeholder. But then the next match that we had, which was Rusev versus The Big Show. Oh my goodness, this match was disappointing, I have to say. Not because the wrestling bit, but the ending. It was so predictable. If I'm saying it's predictable, then you probably already know who won this match. Basically it was Russia versus USA, and Rusev ended up winning. And Big Show didn't tap out; he passed out, and Rusev ended up winning the match. And I guess Russia won again against USA, which is crazy because, that's just crazy. To be honest, that's wow. That is disappointing because Big Show would have been the guy to do it, the one who would have finally ended Rusev's streak. Big Show would have been the guy to do it. He's the only person who would have did it. And now that Jack Swagger couldn't beat him, Mark Henry definitely couldn't beat him, the Big Show didn't beat him, who's gonna be the one to stop? I don't think Rusev can ever be stopped because there's nobody else to stop him. Because the Big Show is the biggest guy in the WWE. Rusev can easily kill Khali in a match. 10 seconds, because Khali doesn't really wrestle like that no more. He don't really wrestle as much as we see. There's nobody else in the WWE to basically stop Rusev. So I thought Big Show would have been the perfect person to do it, but WWE surprised me and they decided to go the other way and have Rusev win and have Big Show lose. And I thought Mark Henry was actually gonna turn heel the way he came out. I thought he was gonna turn heel, but he didn't, which was weird. Because he had the Hall of Pain t-shirt, so I thought he was going to bring that Hall of Pain gimmick back from like 2011. Because he had the shirt, but nah, I guess they didn't do that to him. I guess they didn't want to turn him heel because I guess he's over as a face, not really. But I mean, it is what it is. Big Show didn't he didn't get the job done. There's nobody to stop Rusev, so I guess USA is never gonna win in a match unless they try to build Jack Swagger back up, which isn't really. Jack Swagger is basically at mid-card. He's basically at the same level as Cesaro, because if you think about it, Cesaro and Swagger, after they broke up from the Real Americans, they basically ended up at the same place, unless they try to build Swagger back up and try to have him face Rusev at Survivor Series to end it, which I don't think is going to happen. There's nothing really else for them to do with Rusev now because there's nobody to stop him. He's just going to continue to run through WWE. So the next match we had, which is the second to last match, the final before the best match of the night, which was AJ Lee putting her Divas Championship on the line against Paige with Alicia Fox. I barely paid attention to this match. The ending was better, which was actually, we all know this was going to happen. AJ Lee was going to retain the title, and that's exactly what happened. But the ending was actually crazy. I guess Paige tried to suplex AJ off of the the barricade, I guess into the crowd or something. But no, what happened was after she did that, AJ had pushed her, and AJ had pushed Paige, and Paige literally fell on the ground, and the ref was counting 7. Alicia Fox had basically tried to put her in the ring to, try to save the count, and then she literally ran right into the Black Widow and tapped out. After that, AJ walked away with the title. Paige was mad, screaming, "I hate you" at Alicia Fox or whatever, which was crazy. I think she had slapped her, probably. I think she slapped her. She did something. But I knew this group wasn't gonna last. I think that was just something so she could have, I guess, somebody to team up with to make her look stronger against AJ for the match, because that didn't last very long, about a month. But anyway, the final match, the match that we all have been waiting for, the final match of the night, the HE double hockey sticks in a cell main event, which is surprising. It was Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins. I was surprised at first when I seen that it was Cena and Orton that was the main event, but it's crazy how two guys came from the developmental, two guys who came from developmental. Them two, this showing that WWE is heading toward the future, because Cena and Orton was the future at one point, and now they're the past, and they're not even in the main event, and they're main event superstars. That's showing that Seth Rollins, that's showing that NXT does work, because Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins both came from NXT. Even though Dean Ambrose was in NXT, he was still in FCW, which is now NXT. Technically, he was in NXT because he's part of FCW, but they still take credit in saying that they produced Dean Ambrose. So if they say so, both men came out of developmental. Both men were indie guys, and they faced each other in the main event of a pay-per-view. And what other match? HE double hockey sticks in the cell match. Crazy match. The winner, I'll talk about it later because it's so good of a match. I don't want to spoil it at the beginning. So the match started crazy. Dean Ambrose decided, he had on a bag full of Kindle sticks on his back, and he decided to climb. First he got in the cell, and he just started throwing weapons. Then he got on the top of the cell. Already I knew controversy was about to happen. He climbed the top of the cell. Then Seth Rollins came out and said, no, I'm not climbing the cell. So he decided to send Jamie Noble and Joey Mercury to climb it for him, and they ended up getting whooped. Then Seth Rollins climbed up. Then they tried to jump him, but that didn't stop Dean Ambrose. Then Seth Rollins was like literally hanging off the top. Like he starts to climb down, and then they was at probably about the middle, like around, like they were standing on like the little middle line that's in the middle of the cell. They were standing fighting each other. Then Seth Rollins fell off. Then Dean Ambrose both fell off the side of the cell and both went through the announce table. Now, one thing which everybody can tell, okay, Seth Rollins got hit, but he fell. But Dean Ambrose fell intentionally, if you didn't see, because he was still hanging on for a second, but then he basically moved himself and put himself through the table, which is crazy because Dean Ambrose is not human. Because what human man would want to put himself through a table from the side of a cell, like a Hell in a Cell? Who in the world would want to do that? But he did it for the show. Now, I thought the match was over. I thought it was about to be over, but then I was thinking, if Mick Foley got up from, being thrown off the top of a cell, there's no way that the match was over. And Dean Ambrose basically no-sold it. He got off of the stretcher, ran, basically took Seth Rollins off the stretcher, took him into the cell. He went in there. The referee locked the door, and the match started. Bruh. Incredible match. Seth was getting his butt handed to him by Dean Ambrose, getting beat with chairs and everything until, it was actually a spot where Dean Ambrose hit an elbow through a table with Seth Rollins going through it off of the top rope to the outside, which was crazy. Another part, actually, when Seth Rollins started to get his offense in, is when Kane basically started spraying fire extinguisher. He came out of nowhere, to be honest. He came out of nowhere and he sprayed Dean Ambrose with a fire extinguisher out of nowhere. And then Seth Rollins hit a power bomb. He literally threw Dean Ambrose through a table. That was crazy. That had me going crazy. But the most crazy part was when he was in the ring, okay? Then after that, Seth Rollins hit a curb stomp and Dean Ambrose kicked out. I was like, yo, that's crazy. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. That's some crazy stuff. Then Seth Rollins grabbed the Money in the Bank briefcase. He tried to hit Dean Ambrose with it. Dean Ambrose, no. This is what happened. Seth Rollins started to get a chair, and then he brought in his briefcase and he started beating Ambrose with the chair. Then he wanted to put his head, or put Dean's head on the briefcase so he could get a curb stomp on the briefcase. But Dean Ambrose moved out the way, and he moved out the way, and then Dean Ambrose started getting his offense in. Then he did the thing where he'll like go through the middle of the rope and clothesline Seth Rollins. Then he brought in 2 cinder blocks to get revenge. He literally put Seth Rollins' head on top of the blocks as if he was going to kill him. I thought and then he was about to hit the curb stomp. He hit the gun. He the little taunt he did in the Indies when he used to have his hands up like a gun. He used to shoot at his opponent before he would hit the running knee, but he doesn't do that, where he'll literally like run his knee through somebody's head. But he didn't do that. What happened was the lights went out and it was some chants or something. I thought WWE got taken over by ISIS because I thought they was gonna have Dean's head on the freaking ground, like they was gonna behead him or something. But it was just some chants. It was something crazy. But then I had said that check my Twitter, because I did say that tweet. If you don't believe me, somebody actually retweeted it. If you don't believe me. And then actually what happened was the lights came back on and it was a lantern in the middle of the ring, smoke coming out of it like it was Undertaker's urn. And guess who'd appeared? Bray Wyatt would appear. You're saying to yourself, what? Bray Wyatt appeared? Yes, Bray Wyatt appeared. And I was thinking, what would be the best way to bring Bray Wyatt back, from back to the WWE than with this? Perfect. It's a pay-per-view. Everybody's watching. It's going to be controversial. So that's exactly what happened. He hit that on the little, Bray Wyatt did the taunt, and then he actually hit the little move, kind of like a choke slam, kind of. Then Seth Rollins got the pin. Seth Rollins ended up winning the match, but I don't even think it was the match that matters. It was Bray Wyatt, what he did after he hit the Sister Abigail, and he just looked at Dean. And that was the end of the pay-per-view. Now, honestly, this is a 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. Yes, I said it. 9 out of 10 pay-per-view. Everything was perfect except for a couple matches. That's why it's not a 10 out of 10, not an all-star pay-per-view, but it was perfect for me and I liked it. Okay, definitely worth my $10 a month. If you did it on pay-per-view, definitely worth that $54. Definitely worth it, because that pay-per-view was amazing. WWE did a good job. They finally listened to us with how to end a pay-per-view. That was the perfect way to end it, in my opinion. Anyway, guys, you know what to do. Like, comment, favorite, subscribe. Do support me, support you. Hope I ain't got Ebola. Anyway, guys, I'm outie. Peace.